Holy Cross of Davao College envisions a fully vibrant community of believers and Christ-centered evangelizers, educated in the faith, animated by the passion for truth, and engaged in building a more humane world. As members of this Filipino Archdiocesan educational institution, we commit ourselves to cultivate high-quality Catholic education for all, attentive to the needs of the less fortunate, nurture a culture of excellence and holiness, and provide a human and Christian learning environment for the integral, liberating formation of persons who will become effective agents of social transformation. From faith to truth, we uphold the values of servant leadership, dialogue, justice, peace, and integrity of creation, with wisdom as the underlying principle.
HCDC Policy Statement. The Holy Cross of Davao College, a leading Catholic institution on education and training, produces graduates and leaders who are globally competitive, disciplined, and grounded in faith and moral values. In order to achieve this, the institution harmoniously relates with customers, suppliers, employees, and other members of the community, communicates openly with its clienteles, and satisfies their requirements, delivers services effectively and efficiently, and continuously upgrades and maximizes its resources. It commits to continually improve its system to optimize customer satisfaction.
According to an old adage, the main hope of the nation lies in the proper education of its youth. The same principle actually still holds today. While the world had seemed to stop, learning has not. Not even inside our virtual classrooms. This is your day. This is HuSoCom Day 2020, 2021. Arise, wolf pact intact, aiding humanity through camaraderie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this annual celebration of the HuSoCom Day. So this tradition continues as we turn over a new leaf as well for Holy Cross of Davao College. So this year's celebration of the HuSoCom Day also commemorates three other significant events within this art month of February. We have the Valentine's Day, we also have the Chinese New Year, and of course, the Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, the HuSoCom patron saint, of which all of this reflect the continuous commitment of the college toward excellence and service. Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome us as one pack sharing common goals and aspirations is our head for the academics. Please welcome Dr. Teresa Fabiania.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you, Mom Kat. Good afternoon once again to my dear HuSoCom faculty and students, as well as to the alumni. I am pleased to welcome you to the celebration of HuSoCom Day 2021. We do not know how this year will unfold, but we continue to live in all aspects of our lives with more than the usual quotient of trepidation and uncertainty. Nevertheless, I hope you feel as I do the energy of this moment and the anticipation and excitement of new beginnings. With the theme Arise Wolf Pack, intact, aiding humanity through camaraderie. Wolves, continue to be an inspiration to everyone and always be helpful and hopeful regardless of the circumstances. I would like to say thank you to all organizers for having this activity a successful one. So, I wish you all a happy celebration and enjoy the event. Once again, good afternoon, everyone.
Fellow Holy Croatians, today we are about to enter a special annual celebration. Prepare yourselves and search for a stable signal coming from different programs representing Bachelor of Arts, Cross Sites, and the Kaakuhan. Together, like a wolf pack, howling for our brave spirits and hunting for success, we are HuSoCom. But before taking a significant step on this with a smile, let us recall last year's sudden arrival of a global disturbance by the pandemic. COVID-19 was just a word that was not feared by some when it first came. However, it was subtle enough to leave even the brightest mind question its existence and made every almost felt unnerving from the gradual impact. Some have lost the love of their life, a broken dream, a halt to make a living, while others face this reality with a denial. Everyone has their own cry of struggle in these trying times. It was compared to a death that cuts through on what we have accustomed. Everything just went with limited action we can do, even from a simple hug to our friends and family, and a simple chat to our colleagues. Despite having pandemic and feeling being apart to what connects us physically, we Filipinos did not let this another challenge from stopping the heart of relationship between people to lose. We still are capable of paving ways to positively respond in celebrations. In times of crisis, although it almost seemed to give blinders of despair, knowing that the day always shines for tomorrow, we never forget to remain resilient in many ways. For instance, celebrations such as last year's Christmas, where everyone has a pause to glorify the day of the Lord. A simple feast was enough as long as the bond of getting together with family is present. Just recently, we celebrated Valentine's Day. Contrary to popular belief, this day is not only for lovers, but for all those whom we love. Valentine's Day is not the only day to share our love. Rather, it is yet another opportunity to let those whom we love know how much we love and appreciate them. And the celebration of the Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, the patron of College of HuSoCom, in which is celebrated last February 11, with a mass celebration at Holy Cross of Davao College Chapel. Witnessing how we gave significance to these matters was indeed a sign of resiliency. Resiliency do not only end there, but including how we creatively continue living and realizing that we can still carry on. As Wolfpack HuSoCom, we need to aid each other in any ways we can. In line to this, we're gathered together to celebrate the HuSoCom Day. Stronghold and Brave Wolves, officially welcome HuSoCom Day 2021.
What a wonderful way to open this HuSoCom Day. Indeed, there is more to innovation, resourcefulness, and creativity, more than the limitations of this current e-learning setup, which comes to prove that this annual feat is truly a showcase of the college's best practices of what is true, what is good, and what is beautiful, as depicted by the following academic programs. The truth about the ingenuity of the Bachelor of Arts. The goodness of the mind of the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. And of course, the beauty of a big heart of the Bachelor of Science in Social Works. You want me to give you proof? Now, here's proof. Let's all watch this.
Life in the communist holds meetings in his RV. I can't afford his gas, so I'm stuck here watching TV. I don't have digital, I don't have diddly squad. It's not having what you want, it's wanting what you've got. I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna tell everyone to lie.
Congratulations to you, the dynamic young men and women constituting HuSoCom. It takes a big deal of perseverance on our part to do great things. And for this, we are so much grateful to the HuSoCom officers who always walk the extra mile in order for great things like this happen. For this, we accord them due recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you the HuSoCom officers of this current academic year 2020-2021.
Presenting the officers of Humanities, Social Sciences and Communication or HuSoCom, starting with the President Gallardo John Joseph, 3rd year BS Social Work Martinez Faith Joyce, 3rd year BS Psychology, Internal Vice President Pacto Jera, 3rd year BS Psychology, Secretary Isaias Joe Marl, 3rd year BS Psychology, Assistant Secretary Flores Jess, 3rd year BS Psychology, Treasurer Argosino Friends Lorraine, 2nd year BS Psychology, Assistant Treasurer Simpson Richard J, 3rd year BS Psychology, Auditor Panerio Brent, 2nd year AV Mass Comm, AV Representative Arankin Debbie, 3rd year BS Psychology, Psychology Representative Sendiong Danica May, 2nd year BS Social Work, Social Work Representative.
There you have them, the officers of HuSoCom for this current academic year. So continue the good work, HuSoCom officers, because the whole pack is behind you always. So ladies and gentlemen, embracing online learning for almost a year now was never easy, and we know that. Having it as part of our system today, however, was actually a very long process. How are we to translate the lessons from the traditional classroom into the virtual environment remains to be our greatest challenge as your teachers. And admit it or not, your teachers play a very crucial role in the whole process. Your teachers are striving to be innovative and relevant in every possible way to be able to deliver that quality education which we all believe you deserve. Through this alternative medium, let us all express our gratitude to the dynamic faculty of the College of the Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication. Hey, the dynamic members of the HuSoCom faculty. So online education provides another way for us faculty to meet the diverse and often unique needs of our students. So dear students, this is our appeal. Always remember that your successes and failures are ours too. Therefore, we need to fit in as a pact and explore endless possibilities as a pact as well. Hence, never stop learning. So if we have risen back still as one holy cross in too short a time, we can always arise ourselves from this global health crisis in no time. So, ladies and gentlemen, the celebration continues with the literary, vocal, and TikTok competitions. But before we shall be starting with the competitions, I'm going to read to you the criteria for judging of each of these events. First, we have the vocal solo. Criteria for judging for the vocal solo. Voice quality is 50%. Rhythm and tempo, 20%. Expression is 20%. Overall impact, 10%. A total of 100%. And this will be followed with the criteria for our vocal duet. So the vocal duet will be judged according to the following. Voice quality is 50%, rhythm and tempo 20%, blending and interpretation is also 20%, overall impact 20%, a total of 100%. We go now to our TikTok contest. The criteria: creativity is 50%, originality is 20%, props 15%, overall impact is also 15%, total of 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you now the literary competition, and brace yourselves also for the intuition, the presentation of our HuSoCom icon for this year, right after the literary and TikTok competitions. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, HuSoCom now brings you the literary
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The picture presented before me depicts poverty. There was a mother and a child who seemed to have lacking source of food. We will try to decipher the thought and essence of the picture presented before us. We will understand it by asking the questions what, how, and why. And how does it affect us as students of HuSoCom and HEDC at large for our mission as agents of social transformation? What does the picture tries to portray? It shows poverty as a product of social discrimination, social inequality. It is a problem here in the country and even most part of the world. It is also known as the root cause of all evils in some aspect because poverty pushes people to do things that are beyond their reasonable sense. It is what pushes them to become the persons who they are not designed to become. And what does it do with us? They are our friends, they might be our families, they might be our colleagues. They are our brothers and sisters here on earth. So how will it affect us or in our society at large? Since they are our brothers and sisters, it is also our duty as stewards of God here on earth to take care of them. It is not only to take care of the things created by God, but to take care of the people or the creatures who He assigned to take care as well. They need care as much as other things need. So why do we need to do something about it? A world full of inequality is a world we are not designed to live. There are people who must stand up, who are capable to lead this society. And for my concluding statement, Martin Luther King stated, as a genuine leader, he is a searcher. He is not a searcher of consensus, but a molder of consensus. Thus, we as agents of social transformation must become inspirations and not seek for domination. We should promote cooperation and not intimidation. And as a wolf pack, we need to contribute to aid humanity through the impact of our camaraderie. Respectfully submitting my answer before the panel of judges. Thank you and be well.
On your screen earlier was a picture depicting two hands holding one another with different colors. Now, I'd like to say this to everyone. We are in the midst of a pandemic right now, and the theme of HuSoCom is camaraderie. Camaraderie, in other terms, fellowship, friendship. Building friendship, building fellowship. Even though we have different races, we are in different ages, no matter what the color of your skin is, and whatever your social status is, we are one, ladies and gentlemen. In this pandemic, as I began to think and ponder to myself, it is important that we are united, that we are one, because we can only achieve a certain goal if we are together. And helping one another is very important also. Because a kind gesture can only heal a wound. Yes, it would only be healed with a kind gesture, with compassion. We work together as one. Let us all be united against this coronavirus. It doesn't matter what kind of age you are in. But as long as you have your care, you care for your other people, you give information also to other people as well. You have compassion to them. That's what's important in here. Let's all help one another. Let's all give maybe in some just small ounces of help. Say for example, let's share whatever we have. Food, clothes. If there is someone who is needing something that is very important to them, let us give. But it's better to give than to receive, everyone. Let us always, always hold one another. Defeat it. We can only defeat this pandemic if we work together. Please, yes, wear face masks if you're outside, because you're not only caring for yourself, but you're also caring for other people. That's one thing of caring. Now, here's another thing. Sharing information in the internet. That's also one that is one gesture of caring. Now, here's the thing. There are a lot of people out there. I would just also like to discuss this about discrimination, because we are in different types of, we're already in different types of, phrases like that. Let's all work together as one. We heal as one together. I have to give this one goal. Work together with camaraderie and unity. Good afternoon.
What an honor it has been to be in the midst of these respected adjudicators and facilitators, as well as faculty members and guests on this online assembly. Allow me to greet you all a pleasant afternoon. My name is Levi Carlo Gacos, and I'm representing my college, the Bachelor of Science in Social Work for Extemporaneous Speaking. Now, I'd like to commence my speech in a descriptive manner. Based on the image that shows on screen, it is visible that this portrays the unfortunate life of human society. Now, if we can see that, there is a gap in the success for this juvenile, and we have to call on this picture with empathy. Now, if we bring this to light, the child is persistent to gain knowledge, and he is actually has the perseverance to work on his learning and his education. Now, this image of an artistic form is actually blending ourselves into a social learning, and we communicate, we listen, we observe, we acquire, and we interact, and we express, and that should be kept going despite the crisis. And like this given image or this artistic place on screen, it is actually a form of blending together as one, or we have to take care of our social learning by persevering, like what we normally do as social beings. And it is a good practice, and I would say it is healthy to engage with wholesome activities, wholesome learning, so that this social learning will be kept going. And right. But behind this situation, or this alarming situation of pandemic, and this is actually a reflection that things are temporary, things are quite challenging, and that as human beings, we are vulnerable to this unseen adversary. So I perceive that this picture is a window to sight the heartfelt emotion of this juvenile, and also it is good practice, and I would say it is healthy that we should engage in social learning despite the crisis that is going right now. So this is a new normal now, as we can see, the new normal, the new trends, and we are embracing it day by day, and we are resilient, and that's how we people keep life going. And that would be all. Thank you.
together like a pack. My sick father then once told us, his children, before him passing and deciding to leave this earthly world at once, he said, "Mga anak, my death will come sooner. As much as I want to stop it, it wouldn't be possible. If it arrives on our doorstep and I would have to finally bid goodbye, promise me one thing. Never let any one of you wander around alone. Make sure to promise yourselves always that you have each other to rescue when one falls. Do not forget that you, siblings, are the strongest when you have each other's back, and no one leaves anyone behind." 3 months ago, COVID virus took our mother away from us. It was so sudden that we were not able to formally even say our goodbyes. After that, all siblings had to go through a quarantine separately. Mark the word, separately. We were so sad that we were not there literally for our mom. It was disheartening. It was also the very first time that we felt separated in its real sense. But because of that, we promised to check each other every day. Thanks to the only calls, the group chats, and the video calls, we managed to keep track on every little thing that we do. Our progress, our health status, and everything under the sun. Unconsciously, we were living what our father told us. We also remember that our mother kept on reminding us when she was still alive that we siblings should never leave each other. That we should support each other. That we should help each other. To never abandon each other. And indeed, even if it's hard, we siblings are stronger when we are together. You might be wondering, why am I saying this? Why start a speech that is heartbreaking? Why? Then my answer would be, why not? Why don't we look at the silver lining of the story? It's not about just leaving. It's about staying together. It's about staying intact, looking at the strength of being intact, like the pack of wolves. Allow me to elaborate more the relevance of the story to what the wolves are. First, wolves are known to be caring, playful, and above all else devoted to family. It is in the family where we find security, where we find love that is boundless, where we find comfort, where we find friendship, where we find happiness, where we find humanity. If staying like a pack of wolves and emanating these characteristics, we will be living in a world where humanity and camaraderie is just a piece of cake. It is in the wolves that humanity is innate and giving it to others will never be a burden. This then would let them feel loved and welcome. Isn't it the greatest feeling in the world where you get to aid people in need of humanity through camaraderie and friendship, all because we imbibe the positivity and the characteristics of wolves? Let me further my thoughts on this. Second, let me expound the mentality of the wolves. Wolves have the mentality of practicing being brave and strong. Standing up for humanity through camaraderie is already an act of being brave. Example, me standing in front of you, gathering myself, my thoughts, hearing this unexplainable ramble within me because I am not used to talking and face people glaring at me with those curious eyes and maybe saying, what I'm doing here is already my means of expressing myself and saying that I am trying to be brave in the bravest way that I know. In my mind, I think this might be the best way to establish camaraderie with the other wolves. You. Moreover, I had to go through self-talk, convincing myself that I have to do this for me to be able to go above my fears of being in front of the public, scared of being scrutinized, and made me feel now that I am strong enough to do what it takes to be a college student like you. Hope that what I am doing would inspire budding wolves like me to be brave and strong, and be ready on what lies ahead. As the saying goes, be like a wolf. Then you have a big heart and the power of leadership. In addition, former Premier of the Soviet Union Nikita Khrushchev once said, if you live among wolves, you have to act like a wolf. Thirdly, another striking characteristic of wolf packs is having that desire to work as a team. If you try to look at it, with this pandemic, Who would have thought that we could still continue our education with this modality of learning? Who would have thought that we could have still HuSoCom Day virtually, reaping the endless nights, prepping the activities to be done, choosing who will do it, finding people to do certain things, and you, us, enjoying this HuSoCom Day in the comfort of our homes. Everything would be impossible without teamwork. Like the pack of wolves, their unlimited patience and unwillingness to quit, that goal can be reached. All this done because we are all together. Like the pack of wolves, who are devoted to family, living with the mentality of the wolves, braver and stronger. Intact, we aid humanity through camaraderie. Like in the story, we become stronger when we are together. And just like how Steve Jobs views life, if you want to walk fast, you walk alone. But if you want to walk far, you walk together. How about you? Are you ready to be part of the pack?
Wolf Pack, intact, aiding humanity through camaraderie. Canis lupus, more commonly known as wolves, have always been known as a symbol of united power. They travel in packs, attacks in hordes, and defend their territory like devoted, indomitable knights guarding a castle. Are able to act with so much coordination and are very synchronized. It seems like they have some sort of hive mind or like a connective neurocognitive network or something. Almost like they would resemble psychics. Anyways, enough with the fictional pop culture reference. Simply said, they are a unified group of hunters, and like every other group, there is a leader. In the scientific language of beasts, it's known as the alpha. By definition, an alpha is dominant, leader-like, someone who would push his subordinates further and boost their morale. He or she is the core adhesive who will keep the group intact. Another fact about wolves is that they have certain behaviors that are identical with those of humans, possibly even in a stronger level, particularly the sense of unity and familial love. Wolves care for their young, protect their weak, nurture their wounded, and bury their dead. There is this certain concept in psychology that mirrors this kind of behavior. The term was first coined by Alfred Adler, an Austrian psychologist, which is known as Gemeinschaftgefühl, which is literally translates to community feeling. Adler argued that people must build relationships with one another. It creates a strong link between individuals, and that link provides a team buff, making self-development faster and much more efficient in comparison to self-developing alone. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. Indeed. But through the course of time, humans have lost connections within themselves. We become disconnected with one another. As a result, peace has become fragile, and humanity is almost non-existent. It is because of our valued individualities. Maybe. Greed? Could be. Social media maybe? Well, it's all relative. There is, however, a theoretical explanation for this. A psychologist by the name of Eric Fromm provided an answer for this. He primarily focused on the evolutionary view of humanity and argued that, along with evolutions, our rationalities have developed, our freedom granted, but with the cost of losing our instincts and separation from the natural world and fellow humans. As a result, they start to produce feelings of loneliness, isolation, powerlessness, a concept he defined as human dilemma. Lone wolves, some may say. To make up for these feelings, Humans find ways and come up with mechanisms of escape. Some become authoritarianists, sacrificing their own being and submit to those who they deem superior to make up for the feelings of inadequacy and strength. And others, as sad as it may sound, become destructive freaks of the universe. They seek to destroy others, lay waste to lands, just for the sole reason of restoring a sense of power, lost as a cause for rationality. An abominable sense indeed, seeking to fill emptiness by emptying others. Given that wolves experience a different evolutionary trail, probably explains why wolves are constantly in unity. Well, their natural selective adaptation demands them to be united. Why we can't be more like wolves? Looking after each other, hand in hand, nobody gets left behind. It sounds too good to be true, right? Yes, I know. It would also be uncomfortable for one to lose his or her individuality for some sort of hive mind. Regardless, what matters is that we unite. HuSoCom, we must see wolves as a perfect example. A family, a union. Ho, HuSoCom, ho. Let our cries be heard and resonate for ages. Let our hull be kinder of burning hearts. Thank you. Camaraderie. What is camaraderie? Keeping to yourself your friend's darkest secret. Camaraderie. Helping strangers in need. Camaraderie. Encouraging your teammate after making a mistake in serving the ball during a team play. Camaraderie. No man is an island. It's a famous adage that best describes our subject. Friends, higala, amigo, kaibigan, call it the way you want it to be. We need them, for they provide joy and comfort other than our families. They are our spring who bounces us up whenever we go down. Yes, we need companions. Living in isolation is not worth living. We cannot deny the fact that we cannot do all things all by our own. Even the moon and the stars need the sun to light at night. We need someone, especially in times of troubles and confusion. It lightens the loads we carry. What's best in having a companion is that sometimes they bring out the best in us. They serve as the instrument to our better change. They are the ones who wake up the inner good in us. Having any problem? Talk to them. Feeling alone or lonely? Bond with them. Who knows, someday they will call out our name and we can return the favor. You see, who helped the victims of the eruption of the Al volcano? Worldwide pandemic of COVID-19, cyclone in different places, and even giving medication to our family member who got sick. Us, humans, and through this, we are bringing back humanity. Humans by nature is soft-hearted, and I believe that showing kindness will never be out of trend. If you notice that after you did something wrong and you seem to be restless, that's conscience. That is what being soft is about. And it's totally okay, and it does not make you weak. And being conscientious does not make you less of a person. In fact, it makes you more humane. Kindness is not acquired. It is innate to us humans. It has been planted
and programmed in our system even before we are born. We sympathize others when they have problems or when they lose their loved ones. We even defend our annoying sibling if he or she engage to fight. Those are just some of the proofs that we all have hidden kindness. On the dark side of the coin, we have seen people torture and brutally kill the animals. We have witnessed how what we call a peacekeeper officer took the lives of two precious unarmed civilians. We have heard the news of children of 5 or 6 or even younger who were sexually abused and exploited by their own blood. Amidst the dark and painful reality, where hope has almost 0% probability, still here we are, ready to fight what is right, ready to lend a helping hand. And since we are now living in the 21st century, where technology became our companion too, where we can see how people react and offer aid to those in need. And this is one way of showing the spirit of camaraderie. Allow me to share to you a couple of lines from John Donne's amazing poem entitled No Man is an Island. It says, every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. You see, where we thought our lives may be useless, but it is actually the missing piece to complete other people's puzzle. Together we stand, divided we fall indeed. Like the wolves, you mess with one, you mess with the other. They come in pack. They support and defend one another. Friends, we are stronger when we are united. Don't you imagine what life would be if only there are no divisions? Each one of us will help others instead of dragging each other down. Ladies and gentlemen, let us age gracefully and not grudgingly. Put a smile on your face, because if not, you are losing a bit of seconds of happiness. Let us aside our differences, no matter what race we belong, whether fat or thin, tall or short, men or women. Let us build stronger relationships. Let us strengthen the spirit of humanity through camaraderie. Let us instill the traits of a wolf: vigorous, fearless, and united.
Magsasaka, Tulang Tagalog Katha ni Robert Iladora. Paghihirap ang siyang aking tinatamasa. Sa buhay sa mundong ito, ako'y dukha. Patuloy na dinudusta, inaalila ng mga taong di marunong maawa. Ngunit ako'y nagpursige sa buhay. ng pamilya ko ay mabigyan ang bahay. At iyan nung pangako ko siyang tunay, kahit ang magsaka, maghapon ng palay. Pagod at pawis sa aki di alintana. Init at ulan sa aki baliwala. At kahit bagyo ay kinakaya pa nga, lahat para sa pamilya'y ginagawa. Oo nga, at magsasaka lamang ako. Isang taong mahirap sa mundong ito. Pagsasaka lamang ang alam na trabaho. Heto ako pilit pa ring tumatayo. Mga pagsubok ay aking lalampasan. Walang makakahadlang kahit anuman. Mabigyan lang sila ng kaginhawaan. Pangako ko, bago ako mamaalam.
Philosophy, the act of suicide or a person who commits suicide. I have built walls around me as I hid inside my shell. I've also pushed people away and kept all the pain and sorrows inside me. I'm drowned by my own tears. I've struggled for years to face my fears. I was so lost. I felt so alone. I am very depressed. Everything now seems hopeless with no one to call my own. My life has been shattered. My dreams had been crushed. I am nothing. I am nobody. I am but a worthless person. All I see is darkness. Perhaps that is the only way out. For all the pain I feel is too much to bear, and no one seems to care at all. I was abandoned and isolated, taken for granted and disregarded. I became invisible in everyone's eyes, and I see no reason for my existence. I am living in a world of hopelessness and lies. What is the purpose of living when I don't even know what happiness means? And it feels like all worlds is burden. Head cast upon my shoulders. I don't deserve all of this. Perhaps if I commit suicide, it will free me from all this pain. Everything might fall into place if I simply shut myself and bleed to death. And the pain inside me will be more valid. If I let the blood flow along with my tears, maybe when I reach my death, my troubles will also end. Who will grieve for me anyway? It will just be merely a passing death. Because none of you were there for me, even try to understand me at least. But if I kill myself now, I will no longer be able to see what could have been on the other side of the blinding darkness that clouded my senses. Because amidst all this, the only reality is I am dying to seek help, hoping it will come soon as possible as it can be. Will you be kind enough to listen for me? I I don't need you to sympathize nor ear with me. I just need someone to lend his ears or a shoulder to cry on, so to speak. All I need is to let these things out, or else you'll never know what it's all about. I am now knocking on Dad's door. I hope for once you'll take one last look at me and spare me some of your precious time. I will carry the story upon my grave. That day might be too late for you to ask why, because that has already taken me. If only you could take me out from this darkness and made me believe that life is more powerful than death. Please, please, all I need is your help. Please, save me from this hopeless death.
Not yet, Rizal. Not yet. Sleep not in peace. There are 1,000 waters to be spanned. There are 1,000 mountains to be crossed. There are 1,000 crosses to be borne. Our shoulders are not strong. Our souls grown flaccid with dependence. Small with ease. Under another's wing. Rest not in peace. Not yet, Rizal. Not yet. The land is need of young blood, and what younger than your own, forever spilled in the great name of freedom, forever oblique on the altar of the tree. Not you alone, Rizal. Oh, souls and spirits of the martyred wave, arise! Arise and scour the land! Shed once again your will and blood! Until it survive with gratitude, faith, and heaven flame! And you repeat your provision, truth and strong!
Good day, everyone, especially to the Board of Judges. And for today, I will be telling a story about the monkey and the crocodile. One sunny day, a monkey was standing by the shore of the river, wondering how he could get into the other side. He could not get over by himself, for the water was so deep, and he did not know how to swim. He looked around for some logs, but all he saw was a large crocodile with its mouth wide open ready to seize him. He was very much frightened, but he said, "Oh, Mr. Crocodile, please do not kill me. Spare my life, and I will lead you to a place where you can get as many monkeys as you can feed in your life." The crocodile agreed, and the monkey said that the place was on the other side of the river. So the crocodile told him to get on his back and he would carry him across. Just before they reached the bank, the monkey jumped to the land, ran as fast as he could, and climbed up the tree where his mate was. The crocodile could not follow, of course, so he returned to the water, saying, "Time will come, and you shall pay." Not long afterwards, the monkey found the crocodile lying motionless as if it's dead, in a place where some chili peppers, bushes loaded with numerous bright red fruits, like ornaments on a Christmas tree. The monkey approached the crocodile and began playing with its tail. But the crocodile made a sudden thing. He seized the monkey so tightly that he could not escape. Think first, said the monkey. "What you, Mr. Crocodile? I am now the king's cook. Those bright red breads have been entrusted to my care." The monkey pointed out to the pepper shrubs. "The moment you kill me, the king will arrive with thousands of well-armed troops and punish you." The crocodile was frightened by what the monkey said. "Mr. Monkey, I did not mean to harm you," he said. "I will set you free as long as you will let me eat as many pieces of bread as it will relieve my hunger." "Eat all you can," responded the monkey kindly. "Take as many as you please. They are free to you." Without another word, the crocodile let the monkey go and rushed at the heavily landed bushes. The monkey slipped away secretly and climbed up to a tree where he could enjoy the discomfiture of his voracious friend. The crocodile began to cough, sneeze, and scratch his tongue when he rushed to the river to cool his mouth. The monkey laughed at him. The crocodile wanted to get back to the monkey, but he couldn't catch it because it climbed to the peak of the tree. The crocodile swam away and left in dismay as he realized he was fooled by the monkey. The end.
We Filipinos are mild drinkers by Alejandro R. Roses. We Filipinos are mild drinkers. We do this for three good reasons: happiness, sadness, and we just want to. When our country was recaptured by the Americans, an air base was built few miles from our barrio. Through this, Americans were seen around. One afternoon, I was working in our rice field with Datu, our Carabao. I was wearing no slippers and was stripped to the waist. I rolled up my pants to my knees and my bolo was at my side. Suddenly, an American soldier was walking on the highway. He walked towards me the moment he saw me. While walking, I noticed that he was carrying a half-pint bottle of whiskey. Whiskey seemed part of their uniform. "Hello there, my little brown brother." "Oh, hello, Joe. Any bars in this town?" I'm sorry, Joe. Nothing in this barrio." "Oh, you know where I could buy some whiskey?" "I'm sorry, Joe. We don't have that here." "Oh, here, have a sip, for you've been working too hard." "No, Joe, thank you. We Filipinos are mild drinkers." "Don't you drink at all?" "We drink, but not whiskey." "What do you drink then?" "We drink lambanog." "Oh, you know where I could buy some?" I have some you can have, but I don't think you will like it, Joe." "I like it alright. Don't worry about that. I drank everything. Whiskey, rum, brandy, tequila, gin, champagne, sake, vodka, and many more." "Man, you do drink a lot." "Well, I drink anything. I drank Chanel No. 5 when I was in France. In New Guinea, I got sauce with William shaving lotion. On my way here on a transport, I drank torpedo juice. So, I do drink a lot. So, let's have some of that torpedo juice, okay?" "Alright, Joe. I'll just take care of that too, and then we can go home and drink." We went our way to my house. As we do so, Joe was fascinated by what we have passed by. "This place is crawling with coconut trees." "Don't you have this in America?" "No, we only have pine trees." "What is it like?" Well, it stands tall and proud. It goes straight to the sky like a skyscraper. It envisions America. Well, the Philippine tree, the coconut tree, symbolizes the Philippine. It starts up to the sky and then its leaves sway down to the earth as if remembering the land that gave it birth. It does not forget the soil that gave it life. After quite some walk, we finally arrived in my Nipa house. I fetched a bamboo ladder and leaned it against a tree. I used this to get some calamansi. "Hey, what's that?" "This? Philippine lemon," I answered. "We will use this for our drinks." I filled up my pockets and then went down. I went to the garden well to wash the mud from my legs, and then went up on a bamboo ladder in my Nipa house. It was getting so dark, so I filled the coconut shell with the coconut oil, dipped in the oil, and lighted a wick. I unstrapped my bolo and hang it on the wall. "Joe, sit down, Joe." "Where?" asked Joe. "Right there, right there, right there," I said, pointing on the floor. Joe sat down and I sliced the calamansi in halves and took some rough salt and laid it on the foot-high table. I went to the kitchen and took the bamboo tube where I kept my lambanog. I poured some lambanog on 2 polished coconut shells. I gave one of the shells to Joe. I diluted mine with Joe's whiskey and it became so milky. We sat down, and while we were sitting down, I poured some of my drinks to the bamboo floor. It went to the slits ground below. Hey, hey, hey! What are you doing? Joe asked. Throwing good liquor away? No, Joe. It is the custom here to always give back a little from the earth of what we have taken from the earth. Well, he said, raising his shell. Here's to the end of the war. Here's to the end of the war, I said, also lifting my shell. We were both emptied our coconut shell. I emptied my drink and then followed it with a calamansi dipped in a rough salt. Joe took his also but reacted in a very funny way. His eyes popped out like a frog's eyes and then clutched his throat. Quick, a chaser, he said. And then I gave him a calamansi dipped in unrefined salt, but it was too late. The calamansi did not help him. What's wrong, Joe? Nothing, he said. I'm always like this with the first drink. Well, but the second one will be smooth. So, again, I poured another drink on our shell. I diluted my drink with Joe's whiskey. I gave Joe his drink, but he did not seem very anxious. He reacted in a funny way. He loosened his tie and unbuttoned his collar. He reacted very funny. His eyes popped out like a frog's again. And then he was beaded with perspiration. His tears kept rolling down from his cheeks. And then he said, Here's to the Philippines. Here's to the Philippines, I said, raising my shout. This stuff must be radioactive, he said. What's wrong, Joe? Nothing. He yielded and said, Blaze, oh Blaze. Just as I was getting in the mood to drink, Joe passed out. He lay on the flat floor as a starfish. So, I decided to take Joe back. I tried to lift him, but it was like lifting a carabao, so I called my neighbors, and we lifted him in my carabao. And then we walked towards the barrack. Finally, I found where his barracks. His buddies helped me take him to his cot. And then, as I was living in the barracks, one of his buddies told me, Hey, what about a can of beer before you go home? No, thank you. I should go home because we Filipinos are mild drinkers.
A Dozen Pairs of Shoes. A story by Dr. Luis P. Gatmaitan. My father was a shoemaker. Shoes made by him were really famous in town. A lot of people would come to us to have their shoes made. From what we heard, my father's shoes were so much better than the shoes made in Marikina. They were durable, the workmanship was really excellent, and their designs truly creative. I grew up amidst all the many shoes my father made. I always had a new pair for every occasion, such as school opening, Christmas, my birthday, or when I was awarded class honors in school. I was in the second grade when my mother became pregnant again. When the baby was still in my mother's tummy, I heard my mother and my father talking. I just had my checkup. My doctor said, our baby is going to be a girl. That's great. If she's a girl, we'll have her take up ballet lessons. I'd really like to have a ballet dancer in the family. From now on, I am going to start learning how to make a ballet shoes, Tatay said. But not all of my father's dreams could come true. When we saw my baby sister for the first time, we were all so shocked. She had no feet. It was as though her feet had been cut off. The rumors began to spread. Because my sister was sort of deformed, people were saying a lot of nasty things. Nanay, why doesn't Susie have feet? I had this infection, anak. I caught German measles while your sister was growing in my tummy. And well, the effect was that. My mother narrated sadly. My sister will never be a ballet dancer then. Tata will be very disappointed. I had this thought every day, every time I'd see Susie without her feet. That's why I decided to persuade Nanay to enroll me in a ballet school, even if I didn't really like ballet. I really felt very down, not for myself but for my tatay and Susie, and for all the elusive dreams that could never come true. Father never stopped making shoes for me, but I could tell that each time he measured my feet, his eyes drifted toward my sister's crib. Susie and I were really close as we grew up. It never mattered to me that she had no feet. That never stopped us from playing together. We found a lot of games that didn't need the use of it anyway. That was when I realized my sister and I were alike in so many ways. We were both better with our hands than with our feet. I was good in painting and she was good in writing stories. And oh, our tatay was also good with his hands. Susie once woke me up to tell me about her dream. About a most unusual pair of shoes that looked so good on her feet. She has a feet in her dream? I wondered to myself. Believe me, ate, I dream of a beautiful pair of shoes. It's made of yellow patent leather adorned with sunflower up front. That was when she was about to celebrate her birthday. What I noticed was, whenever her birthday was drawing near, she would always dream of shoes. Ate, I dream of another pair of shoes. It's made of red velvet with a big side buckle. She also told me about the open-toe blue shoes with her own toes peeping through. The white shoes with tiny heels and a red bow, the denim shoes embroidered with the moon and stars, the sandals that look like a fishnet, the purple shoes with a round crystal attached near the toe. It never ceased to amaze me at how she could remember even the tiniest detail of the shoe in her dreams. The flowers, ribbons, buttons, sequins, beads, or buckles. And she thought of these shoes like they were her very own. After a few years, my father retired from making shoes. Except for the orders from the Suki he simply couldn't refuse. When he celebrated his birthday, my gift to him was one of my paintings, a pair of heavily veined hands making shoes, while Susie gave him a small music box with a ballerina. Shortly after that, Tatay became sickly. Susie was 12 when finally he left us all for good. One day, I happened to wander to the bodega, looking for old shoes that could donate to the orphanage. While searching, I found a box that looked as though it hadn't been touched for some time. Opening it, I found several small shoe boxes neatly piled on top of each other. Who owns these shoes? Are they undelivered orders? I asked myself. But when I looked closely at all the shoes, I was startled. They were my father's best creations in wonderful designs, and they came in different sizes. I peered into the boxes one at a time. Every single pair of shoes was for Susie. My father had been making shoes for Susie all this time. I burst out crying when I saw the shoes. I hadn't realized till then how deep Tatay's love was. I brought the 12 pairs of shoes to my mother and Susie. I had no idea that your father had been making shoes for you, Susie. Tears formed in my mother's eyes. He kept it a secret from me. Ate, these are the shoes I dream about. Susie couldn't believe her eyes as she caressed each shoe. Suddenly, I remembered all the shoes that Susie had described to me in the past. yellow patent leather shoes with sunflower up front, red velvet shoes with a big side buckle, denim shoes embroidered with the moon and stars, sandals that look like a fishnet, purple shoes with a round crystal near the toe. In my mind, I thought, did my father's love cross over, reaching out to Susie's dreams so she could wear the shoes he made for her? I am not sure. What I am sure about is that life is not perfect. Just look at the way my sister was created. But there are perfect moments like the moments when my father created the most beautiful shoes for Susie.
Vocal solo. The participant must be a bona fide student coming from the first to third year levels only of Holy Cross of Davao College Incorporated this first semester of annual year 2020 to 2021. The song can either be in English or in Tagalog and within a maximum of 4 minutes only. Wearing of appropriate costume is allowed. Each department is allowed to submit one representative only. The entry is pre-recorded and will be submitted to the official email account of the Humanities, Social Sciences and Communication at husocom.sec@gmail.com. The video file should be named as your name _department _title of the song. The deadline of submission will be on Friday, February 5, 2021. The decision of the judges is final and irrevocable. Criteria for judging: voice quality, 50%. Rhythm and tempo, 20%. Expression, 20%. Overall impact, 10%. With a total of 100%.
Di ko alam kung tama ba ito. Nilisan ko upang maintindihan ko ang puwang sa puso't isipan. Kailangang gawin ngunit masasaktan. Iwasan kong landas nating pinagdaanan. Pipilitin kong kalimutan ka hanggang dito na lang. Pilit ko mang ipaglaban ating pagmamahalan. Ito'y balewala sapagkat ako'y iniwan. Hanggang dito na lang, ikaw itong nagpaalam lang kong hanggang dito na lang. Sabi mo sa akin ako'y iyong mahal. Ako'y hindi iiwan, magsasama habang buhay. Ano ang nangyari sa iyong pangako na aking pinaniwalaan? Tamis ng kahapon iniwan hanggang dito na lang ikaw itong nakalam. Alam kong hanggang dito na lang. Dito na lang.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say you've lost your mind. I don't care, so close to me. We can live in a world that we design. Yes, every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled. Things from far away, the special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. Million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. of ways ng iyong paghayo. Pangako na walang hanggang bukas. Babaon man sa'yo'y hapdi ng puso, aabutin ang pangarap at ang bunga ng wagas mong pagsisikap. Pabulat nitong bayang nililiyan, kapalit ng dalamhati't paghihirap, pagangat ng kabuhayang marilang. Liparin mo ang hagdanan ng langit sa ulap ng pag-asa ay iyong makakamit ang tagumpay ng bunga ng iyong pagpupunyagi. Pangarap ng inang bayang tinatangi. Nagpupugay sa makabaabang bayani, ang buong bansa'y nagpapasalamat. Ingatan mo ang lipad ng pangarap. Umasa sa'yo ang bayan mong naghihintay, nakamtin mo sa dulo ng lahat na iyong pagpapagal. Ang tamis na dulot ng iyong tagumpay. Tagumpay ang iyong tagumpay.
Vocal duet. The participants must be bona fide student coming from the first to third year levels only of Holy Cross of Davao College Incorporated, this first semester of annual year 2020 to 2021. The song can either be in English or in Tagalog and within a maximum of 4 minutes only. Wearing of appropriate costume is allowed. Social distancing and safety protocols must be strictly observed. The participants should not also be the contestants of vocal solo competition. Each department is allowed to submit 2 representatives only. The decision of judges is final and irrevocable. Criteria for judging: voice quality 50%, rhythm and tempo 20%, blending and collaboration 20%, overall impact 10%, with a total of 100%.
I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse. never see that the things we need are staring right at us. You just wanna hide, never show your smile. Stand alone when you need someone, it's the hardest thing of all. You see all the bad memories. Take your time and you'll find me. I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse, I'll make it okay. When I see your monsters, I'll stand there so brave and chase them all away. I can see the sky beautiful tonight. When you breathe, why you can see the clouds are in your head. I would say dare, no need to fear. And when you need to talk it out with someone you can trust, you see are the bad memories. Take your time and you'll find me. I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse, I'll make it okay. When I see your monsters, I'll stand there so brave and chase them all away. I'll chase them all away. You got the chance to see the light, even in the darkest night. And I will be here like you were for me. So just let me in. 'Cause I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse, I'll make it okay. When I see your monsters, I'll stand there so brave. I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse, I'll make it okay. When I see your monsters, I'll stand there so brave and chase them all away.
TikTok contest guidelines and criteria. The contestant must be a bona fide student of HCDC representing each respective program. Open to enrolled first, second, and third year college only. Only one representative per college is allowed. Open to solo or duo. Family members or friends may join as long as one of the performers is an enrolled student of HCDC. Social distancing and health protocols must be strictly observed. TikTok entry must not contain offensive message or scene, obscene language or scene, malicious statements, political comments, and or derogatory statements. You can freely choose your preferred music. Be creative in making the video. Videos must highlight through dance. Contestants should submit one entry only. The contest will be judged based on the following criteria. The decision of the judges is final and irrevocable. Criteria for judging: creativity 50%, originality 20%, props 15%, overall impact 15%, with a total of 100%.
About the Bachelor of Arts program? In case you haven't, check this out. Because the courses in the AV program are not just focused on one thing or subject matter. And because of this, a person taking an AV course somehow becomes an all-rounder. So after graduating, I believe I will have a wide range of job options to consider.
Let's go! Girls, wanna have some fun. We go dum dum dum. Yeah, girls, wanna have some fun. What you want, don't want. Girls, wanna have some fun. We go dum dum dum. Yeah, girls, wanna have some fun. We go dum dum dum. Let's go! What's a bum bum? 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 What's a bum bum?
No, I'd rather be alone. Can't go on me down. You can't tell me what to do, where to go, how to dress. Me no papi show. Me a the stars, so me a no follow you. Do what me wanna follow you. Me not itch up and then I'm on arm like roller.
Yes, still on.
Body up, down, body up, body up, body
The wolf is the iconic embodiment of the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication. Its instinctive powers gives us that will to survive all odds. Social beings by nature, we work as a pact, wilder as a pact, heal as a pact. Pay attention to intuition. Heed the power of the wolf. Once again, a wonderful afternoon. College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication. Welcome to Intuition, the presentation of this year's HuSoCom Icons. Inspired by the wolf's spirit, we pay tribute to HuSoCom as it continues to stand as a pillar as we respond to greater challenges, COVID and online learning included. This is a showcase of what is true, good, and beautiful about ourselves and our respective fields. Arise, Wolf Pact, intact, aiding humanity through camaraderie.
with stereotype.
Diversity and unity.
Our economy is being affected.
Mental health awareness.
We're all going through this together.
Our traverse from what used to be our humble beginning in search for greener pastures was not at all easy. Adopting to the changes in the environment is one great adjustment that we need to embrace heads up. Loud and proud of their resilience, ladies and gentlemen, the Usacom icons of 2020 2021.
Today is a great day to celebrate life, diversity, and unity. Good day to the Board of Judges, audience, and BA student. My name is Judith Martelaed, 20 years old, proud and loud to represent the Bachelor of Arts program. Let us remember, together we can surpass all the odds and trials if we become united as the pack of wolves. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lily Joyce Verona, third year, a proud representative and member of Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
All my ladies, all my ladies, all my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. On the guest list, no need to queue. Oh yeah, me and my crew.
My name is Mida Lilian Crescende, proudly represents the Bachelor of Science in Social Work.
Mabuhay! This is Maud Gawi Abdahi Ilmuto, a third-year BA Communications student, and I proudly represent the Bachelor of Arts.
Hi, my name is Cave Ivan Antigua from Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
All my ladies, all my ladies, all my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction.
Brian Espido, proudly represent Bachelor of Science in Social Work.
A wolf is purpose-driven, and so are we. Because of this characteristic, challenges and trials have never been a hindrance to pursue our journey in order to make a difference. After all, that is the purpose of our creation and that of our nature, to be a blessing to others. Depicting a purpose-driven existence, once again, the HuSoCom icons in their advocacy presentations.
advocacy is centered on youth entrepreneurship and pursuant to Republic Act number 10679, in which this act shall be known as Youth Entrepreneurship Act. It is hereby declared the policy of the state in order to promote sustained development of young Filipinos whose aptitude and skill in the field of finance and entrepreneurship, where it delineates the role of the youth in nation building, that there is more to live and relive in businesses without taking any risk, but with more hopes of profitability and sustainability. Because of the pandemic situation, the economic sustainability rate has gone down. Nevertheless, with the help of entrepreneurship, we will be able to supply our needs and cultivate our ways in order to survive. Entrepreneurship in new normal does not limit to e-commerce, online marketing, selling, digital business, trade, and advertising. As a Holy Crossan, I would like to extend the knowledge and understanding of all the students, especially those who wrestle financially and mentally. Aside from entrepreneurial ideals, I would also love to educate them on how to save, how to start a business, and how to manage their finances. This advocacy also encourages the students to build and support each other's businesses. Amidst pandemic, amidst horrible economic status, amidst unemployment, our resilience taking initiatives to business platforms will help the youth survive and succeed in these trying times. Let's use this advocacy as a way to build camaraderie and building each other's success. Thank you.
Over the years, increasing cases of suicide and mental illness are one of the biggest problems in the world. And what makes this even worse is because of the pandemic. The pandemic that brought so much problem in our humanity, such as the drastic loss of human life, hunger, reduced workforce across all economic sectors, and most of all, this pandemic has brought a challenge in our mental health. Isolation, stress, burnouts, and fear are majority of the things people feel in this pandemic. And as an aspiring mental health professional and a member of humanities and social science community, my advocacy is to make mental health services a priority for all individuals, especially here in our country that is known to have a poor access of mental health services due to poor economic status, discrimination, and a lack of awareness about mental health needs. Making mental health affordable and accessible for all individuals will make a big difference in our humanity. And this will be possible if we help each other hand in hand and develop a sense of camaraderie towards building a country where each and every individual with mental health problems will be put into priority. And I believe, just like the strength of a wolf, we are strong as a pack. And as a proud representative of my department, I am ready to learn and lend help for those people who feel discriminated, broken, and helpless, and to make them feel that they are not alone in this battle. Let's help each other in making this advocacy possible. Thank you.
My advocacy is all about mental health awareness. The world right now is in the middle of mental health crisis. It's estimated almost half the population that suffers from depression at some stage throughout their life. As a working student, it is very stressful, but trying to juggle schoolwork and other responsibilities while experiencing mental illness can make it even harder. As one of the main agents of social transformation, I really believe that showing individuals respect and acceptance, advocating within our circles of influence, learn more about mental health, and having or supporting campaign about mental health awareness, it removes a significant barriers to support and successfully coping with their illness. And of course, bringing the banner of social work program is now in partnership with the Archdiocesan Social Action Center in combating mental health issues through organizing youth in respective parishes and capacitate them on how to respond to young people who are on depression or someone who need somebody to listen and understand them. I know it may be hard right now, but if you just hang it there, stick it out. Don't give up. You are worthy. Your worth is more than a lustrous silver. Everyone deserves to experience how great life can be, and you owe it to the world to be the positive change for others.
Growing up with stereotypes is something for us to experience. In school, workplace, or everywhere, just because of the language we speak, skin complexion, religion, gender, disabilities, and beliefs. My advocacy is about diversity and inclusion. That empowers individuals to be acknowledged and respected for who they are and what they believe in. As your icon not just for the AB department, but for the entire HuSoCom community, I will use this platform to incorporate and inspire people who feel invalidated and unvalued, and that you are accepted by us. Whatever culture, race, gender, and ethnicity you came from, you matter, and you are loved. I am encouraging all of you who is watching this right now to open your mind to changes. Free your heart from judgment and help support each other. As for the better community is possible when we work together.
In this trying time brought by COVID-19, new challenges have caused us fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. We're all going through this together, and it's important to understand that you are not alone. Currently, our government have established mental health care programs, especially in this unparalleled situation. However, modernity is lacking, and the people have absurd opinions resulting from misconception and obviously a huge stigma for seeking help. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, 2 of the 5 tiers are psychological needs. One is love and belongingness needs, and the other is esteem needs. Failing to have this met can cause disconnection and low self-esteem. And if this is not taken seriously, it may further lead to unfavorable experiences, which we may say worse than we could ever imagine. That is why it is so important for me to advocate in this matter, for us to be aware and notice the signs of these flawed patterns. We have to remember that we have to take care of each other to coexist in this world. Just like the strength of a wolf, we are stronger as a pack. I'm a proud Holy Crushian and a privileged member to represent my department, destigmatizing and advocating for mental health. I am here to learn and help you understand that you are not crazy, weak, or that there is something wrong with you to ask for mental health help. It is not your fault for being who you are, but it is your responsibility to heal and choose differently for yourself. Thank you and have a great day.
Advocacy. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. In these trying times, the pandemic is all over us. Our economy has been affected. It is especially our farmers who are the backbone of our economy. There are many problems arising in this sector, especially that many of our farmlands has been used for building infrastructure. Farmers are also facing problems about low cost of palay, the lack of post-harvest facilities, and the problem in the irrigation system. These issues are very alarming, knowing that they need people to be voice for them, and I believe that I can be their voice. In light with that, I come up with advocacy. It is to promote and support our farmers becomes empowered, because I believe that the farmers' rights are also human rights. And moving on, I want to highlight 2 points. First is the need for the strong implementation of the RA 706, which is recognizes the country's responsibility for the welfare and development of small farmers and farm workers by giving them support to achieve their socio-economic goals. And second, advocate the slogan that tangkilikin ang sariling atin. It will support our agricultural sectors by buying their local products like rice, coconut, banana, pineapple, sugar cane, and more. Instead of importing products from other countries, let us support and advocate in our own agriculture sectors through providing materials and facilities they really need. Support from our government and support from their co-Filipinos is very important. Let's become a pack of wolves who support and help each other in times of crisis. Unity is what we envision. Cooperation is what we need. Let's lift up one another and support advocacy. And that's all. Thank you.
Survival instincts. That describes a wolf. From a fall comes an intuition to always get up. Like the wolf, we at HuSoCom are always optimistic and positive. With truth and goodness in our hearts and in our intentions, we are always ready to pitch in our shares. We are always ready to play a significant role in order to make this world whole once more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the question and answer portion for the HuSoCom icons. A test on how ready and equipped are they as they transform to be the persons they are meant to be in the future.
Once again, good day everyone, and we are down to the one of the most important part of competition, which is the question and answer portion. Our HuSoCom icon is not just, of course, battle of beauty and glamour, but we also look into the HuSoCom icon with perfect voice and perfect message that will represent the students of the HuSoCom. At this juncture, we will not testing actually their intelligence, but we are testing how were they able to communicate people in terms of their engagement and of course with poise and glamour. So at this juncture, we will be having our question and answer portion. But before that, let me read the criteria for judging. Content 50% with the content 50%, substance of the answer, comprehensiveness and organization. Delivery of speech 25%, confidence or persuasiveness and pronunciation or articulation. Craftsmanship 25% or use of appropriate language with a total of 100%. This will be judged by our wonderful judges. To begin with the chair of the panel, our first judge, Engineer Lolito G. Estrella, PhD, and our second judge, Dr. Alona S. Galache, and last but definitely not the least, Mr. Leo Araneta. At this moment, first to answer in our question and answer portion are our female candidates and followed by our male candidates. And to set the mood to each and everyone, each contestants are given of ample time to prepare for them to give, of course, their answers. Now, each of them are given specific pictures that will be choosing up in the panel of questions. The moment the candidate choosing a picture, they are given 1 minute to prepare the topics that he or she would like to deliver, and another minute will be given to deliver the points related to the picture they have picked. At this juncture, I know everybody is so prepared and excited for this. I will not make this too long for us. To cut the drama, we begin with icon number 1. Icon number 1. Miss Judith Marie Talaid.
Hello.
Open your mic and camera to be recognized.
Hello, good day.
Good day. Kindly open your camera.
Yes, I already am.
Okay, here. So, kindly choose a number between 1 to 7.
1 to 7. 5.
5. Okay. While waiting for the picture. Here is your picture. So now you are given a minute to brainstorm your topic. Your time is up.
Wait lang po,
You cannot deliver your
Wait lang po, nag-lag.
answer.
Can you hear me po?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so as you can see in the picture, it is clearly about calamity. And calamity is very crucial here in our country, which is the Philippines. And as we can see in the picture, that it is because of how we how are our actions towards our planet. So in order to fight this, or in order to prevent this kind of calamities and devastating situations, we have to um, save Mother Earth by reduce, reuse, recycle, and at the same time be responsible of our waste, and encourage other people, especially the students, to scrutinize the the ways in order to save our planet, that which is the planet that we live in. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 1. Now let's proceed to our contestant number 2. Miss Dinaline Joyce Perona.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello, yes.
Good afternoon.
Pick a number from 1 to 7.
3.
Except the number that been chosen by our AD rep.
3 po.
3. Number 3. You are given a 1 minute to prepare your thoughts. Your time is up.
So, good afternoon. So the picture shows the online learning, or the new learning method that is going on in our world right now. And I believe that this pandemic has brought a challenge in our life, not just in our life, but also the institutions in school. But the advent of technology has helped us to recreate new kinds of learning, and that is an online learning. And it's a great privilege because not all of us has the opportunities to have an internet connection to avail this new learning method. And that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, icon number 2. Now let's proceed to our last icon for female. That's our...
Hi, sir. Wait lang, sir, pa.
Okay.
So, sir, landscape, right?
Yes, love.
Wait lang. Naka-landscape na siya, pero wait lang. Saan agdara camera?
You can now off your icon, Danaline. Thank you. Welcome for our icon number 3. Please choose a number from 1 to 7, except the number 3 and 4.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. And here is your picture. You are given 1 minute to prepare your thoughts. Please on your cam and your mic. Okay, you may start now.
I am grateful for this opportunity that has given me to represent my college. So that picture represents a voluntary, the helping hand to other people. As a social worker student, social work is the helping profession, and the primary mission of a social work is to enhance the biopsychosocial and spiritual well-being of a people that help meets the needs of people. And and I do believe that God will not give us uh, not give us a punishment, but He give us a lesson to learn that life must go on, and He gives us that lesson and not pain that we feel. So life must go on and move forward. Padayon. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Icon number 3. And there you have it for our female category, for our female contestant. So now let's proceed for our male contestant with icon number 1, Mr. Mod. Kindly
Hello.
open your mic and your camera. Okay, thank you. Please choose a number from 1 to 7, except for 2, 3, and 4.
Number 6.
Number 6. And here is your picture. You are given 1 minute to prepare your thoughts. Your time starts for delivering your speech.
So good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary. As we can see in the photo, it shows about the 2 toddlers having different colors, and that is white and black. I love this photo because it aligns with my advocacy. And my advocacy is diversity and inclusion, which is empowers every individual who feel unvalued and different and who don't belong in our community. So as your icon, not just from AB department, but for the entire HuSoCom community, it would be a better world that if we will create an impact together with me that is free from the judgments, criticisms, and any stereotypes. And we'll wake up that someday we love each other with no judgment, hatred, and being different or being sad because of who we are, but being proud of what we are and what we believe in. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, icon, Mr. Icon number 1. Without further ado, let's proceed to our icon number 2. Mr. Cave.
Hello.
Hello. Can you open? Okay. Please choose a number from 1 to 7, except 6, 2, 3, and 4.
I choose 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your image is you have 1 minute to prepare your thoughts. Your time to prepare is up, so now you can now deliver your thoughts.
In this trying time brought by COVID-19, new challenges have caused this fear and anxiety. And everything that I do today, because of the pandemic, is online. I work online, I study online, I pay my bills online, I do grocery online, and I hang out with my friends online. And it has been a great opportunity that Holy Cross made a shift of learning system to change to online learning, because it has given me an avenue to allocate my time properly. And it has been a great gift for not just me, but for the teachers and for my fellow students. And I am so lucky to be a part of the psychology department, because they have been they has been my second family, and they were so understanding and everything. So, and in relation to the theme, we humans are just like wolves. So by doing this act of kindness, we are actually stronger in number. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Icon number 2. And let's proceed for our last icon, Mr. Icon number 3, Mr. Rex. Okay, can you open your mic? Open your. Okay, thank you. Choose numbers from 5 or 7.
7.
Okay, number 7, and your picture is. You have 1 minute to prepare your thoughts. Your time is up. You can now deliver your thoughts.
I would like to greet you all a pleasant afternoon. It's an honor to be and respect my college. Based on the image shows on screen, I can see a scene hazard. This picture has the message that we are subjects to this threatening and alarming pandemic us. This almost deteriorated the world. Businesses were down, social were discouraged, got locked up or weeks while turning into the same news. This is a new normal now as we see new normal. New trends as we embrace it day by day. Still resilience, that's how we people keep life going. And that's all, thank you.
Thank you for our third icon for Mr. Icon. And there you have it, everyone. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our candidates for HuSoCom Icons 2021. We will be deliberating the tabulation, and we will presenting later who is our winner and who emerges and represents all the students of HuSoCom as we hail who our HuSoCom Icon 2021. Sit back and relax, enjoy. And to all the participants, congratulations in advance.
Indeed, there you have them, ladies and gentlemen, the Usacom icons, not just expressing themselves, but seeing their worth and finding their places in this seemingly distressed yet amazingly meaningful life. Indeed, the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communications has gone a long way. We have surpassed trials of the past and continue to brave the ones we are confronted with at present. More than ever, we are determined to explore newer heights, newer dimensions, even in the midst of a global health crisis. We have played our games well, and face the real world without fear. Now it's high time to embrace and show to the world that, like the wolf, we always emerge as victors. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be announcing the winners of the different categories and, of course, the much awaited Usacom Icons of 2020-2021. But before that, here's how the icons were prejudged. And we also would like to take this opportunity of once again acknowledge the members of the panel of judges who made, of course, everything possible in these categories and events. Okay, I'm back, and with me is the Usacom Day 2021 tabulated official results of all of the categories. So before I will announce the winners, again, it is not all about winning, but of course, it is how you played the game well. And as I have said earlier, like a wolf, at the end of the day, we shall all emerge as victors. So brace yourselves as I am about to announce to you the winners played um, during today's events. So I'll start with the literary event. Oration. Third place goes to BS Social Work. Okay, so you just applaud, wherever you are. Just make an applause wherever you are. And of course, we go now to the second place. Second place goes to the BS Psychology. And of course, the champion, first place, Bachelor of Arts. So that's for the oration. Literary event number 2, poetry interpretation. Third place goes to BS Psychology. Second place goes to Bachelor of Arts. And the champion for the poetry interpretation, of course, is BS Social Work. We go now to the third event under the literary contest, extemporaneous speaking. Third place, Bachelor of Arts. Third place for extemporaneous speaking is Bachelor of Arts. And we go now to the second place. So the second place, BS Psychology. And of course, the champion for the extemporaneous speaking is BS Social Work. And the last event for the literary, storytelling. Third place for storytelling, BS Social Work. Second place, the Bachelor of Arts. And of course, a first place goes to BS Psychology. Okay, so congratulations to all winners in the literary events, especially the champions. So we go now to the next category, the musical competition. Starting with the vocal solo contest. Third place goes to BS Social Work. Second place for vocal solo is the Bachelor of Arts. And of course, vocal solo champion, BS Psychology. So moving on, we go now to the vocal duet competition. So we only had 2 entries. So this is the order. Second place goes to the BS Psychology. And of course, first place goes to the Bachelor of Arts. So now we proceed to the TikTok challenge. Third place goes to the BS Social Work. Second place finish goes to the BS Psychology. And the champion for our TikTok challenge is the Bachelor of Arts. We shall now proceed. Of course, this is the much awaited result from among the competitions played within the day. the USACOM icons of 2020-2021. So by the way, as mentioned earlier, the USACOM icons, the male icon and the female icon, of course, will be representing the whole USACOM college. They would serve as the official ambassadors of the USACOM. So we'll start with the results, no, for the male icon. USACOM male icon, second runner up or third place. Second runner up or third place, BS social work. So again, this is for the male icon. Second place or the first runner up. First runner up or the second place for the male USACOM icon. Congratulations, Bachelor of Arts. And of course, USACOM's icon for 2020-2021 is none other than BS Psychology. The representative from the BS Psychology. So congratulations to our male icons, especially the newly declared USACOM icon male category for school year 2020-2021. We now proceed to the female icon of the college for the current academic year, starting with the third place or the second runner-up. Third place or second runner-up for USACOM female icon is the representative from the BS Social Work. Third place, second runner-up, female icon, BS Social Work. So we go now to the second place or the first runner-up. First runner-up or second place for the USACOM female icon, Bachelor of Arts. And of course, congratulations to the USACOM female icon for this current year, still from the BS Psychology program. So once again, congratulations to all winners, especially to our newly crowned, newly declared USACOM icon, male and female, both coming from the BS Psychology programs. So once again, congratulations. And the fact that you have poured your hearts out, pulled in all your talents and resources, eventually that would have to make us all winners, all victors, all champions in our own right. Okay, so once again, congratulations to the winners. So indeed, it has been a long day, a long USACOM day celebration, without, of course, minding the new virtual setup that we have. So as I've said, it's no longer a hindrance. It's no longer a barrier since we have been into online learning for almost a year now. So at this point, before we finally end the celebration of our annual USACOM Day, may we hear first a closing remarks from the Office of the Student Affairs. He is the head of the Office of the Student Affairs. So please welcome our former, and he is still actually part of the Bachelor of Arts faculty. Please welcome
There is no best way
Sir
to end this
Kevin.
intuition but to congratulate the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication for another successful staging of USUCOM Days. The HCDC community would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the chairperson of the program heads and faculty under the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication. We have Ma'am Rudelin Demarine from the Bachelor of Arts. Then we have Ma'am Cyril Lilibeth Panes of the Social Work Program. And we also have Sir Demar Bangeles, the program chair of the Psychology. We also would like to express our gratitude to Ma'am Katrina Posadas, our presenter, and to the Office of the Social Communication, Mr. Derv Hansel Mais, Sir Maki Okai, and Miss Crazy for the technicals. And also, we would like to express our gratitude to the HuSoCom Student Executive Council, headed by Mr. John Joseph Gallardo, and the officers and organizations under the College of Humanities, Social Science, and Communication. We have from the Bachelor of Arts, Student Executive Council, Cross Sykes, and Kaakuhan. We also would like to express our gratitude to RDL for the sponsorship. And of course, we would like to thank the success of this event to our Lord Almighty for the wisdom and guidance. It is indeed, we leave this year's theme that when we are intact, we can create an impact. Even if our activities are limited, still, I feel the spirit. I feel the enthusiasm and the vigor of all the USUCOM students. That is why thank you very much for the support of each and every one. And true enough that the strength of the wolves is its pack, and the strength of the pack is its wolves. Continue to be of spirit to service, or shall I say, continue to be of spirit of service to humanity. Kapun kap, and thank you very much, each and everyone.
Thank you very much, Sir Kevin Paul Bonotan. An epitome of power, of strength, of survival. We are an embodiment of what is true, good, and beautiful about humanity that we are set to serve. Inspired by the spirit of the wolf and the energy of the moon, sourced from the Supreme Being who is God, we have evolved. We have transformed. And together, we can heal an ailing world. So, ladies and gentlemen, College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication, till next year, arise.
Davao and southern Mindanao stands a blazing cross to guide and transform His flock to Christ-like life and love. Red, white, and blue forever be symbols of the heavenly. Holy Cross, thy glory we proclaim. With gratitude and hope we sing thy name. Expide ad veritatem, in our being we obey. See thy reign the search for meaning and the truth, who is Jesus Christ our Lord. Let God and blue forever be symbols of the heavenly. Thy holy cross, thy glory we proclaim. With gratitude and hope we sing thy name. Ex fide ad veritatem, in our being we proclaim. Alma Mater, dear, thy mark ascends, to mold the young, to serve the least, to be bearers of justice, love, and peace, and sharers of God's grace. Let God and blue forever be symbols of the heavenly. Thy holy cross, thy glory we proclaim. With gratitude and hope we sing thy name. Ex fide ad veritatem, in our being we proclaim. Onward, holy cross, stand for our mission. With the Blessed Mother Mary, we are led in our journey on faith. Thy holy cross, thy glory we proclaim. With gratitude and hope